بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Arabic semantics. Let's talk a little bit about this beautiful branch of Arabic linguistics called علم المعاني. When it comes to semantics, Arabic is the king of all languages. No language, to the best of my knowledge, comes close to the powerful semantics that Arabic offers. The only exception I can think of is probably another Semitic language, um, but Arabic is the best and the greatest of all Semitic languages. Other Semitic languages, which are sisters of Arabic, such as Hebrew and Aramaic and Syriac, they probably have a lot of the semantic features of Arabic, but it's not going to be as sophisticated and as well developed and as widely used and protected and preserved as Arabic. Now, Arabic boasts of four different types of semantics. Like I said, all languages have semantic features, but Arabic exceeds all of them. So when it comes to Arabic, there are four different types of semantics or four branches of semantics. The first one is morphological semantics. Morphological semantics, المعاني الصرفية. This is something we got a taste of in Easy Quranic Arabic series at first. Then we got a more formal introduction, a more technical introduction in the Quranic Linguistics Level 1, and then advanced semantics, more advanced morphological semantics in Quranic Linguistics Level 3. So what I will do now is that I will briefly, just a bird's eye view, provide you with a very quick tour of the different semantics, morphological semantics that we have studied in other textbooks and are very much part of Arabic morphology, specifically Arabic morphological semantics. So I'm going to switch to the other screen in just a second. In Easy Quranic Arabic Series Level 1C, we got our first introduction to morphological semantics. It says here semantics, but it really is all about morphology. As you know, Easy Quranic Arabic Series Level 1 ABC is all about morphology. So what did we learn? And of course, that's a prerequisite for studying Quranic sciences. If you have not completed the Easy Quranic Arabic series, please do so. So when we're talking morphological semantics, right, we're talking forms. And there are many other things we're also discussing, which I'll mention later on. But we're talking forms, okay? So let's go to this page here, form 2. Form 2, which is fa'ala, which is an advanced form. It's not form 1, which is the basic form. And form 2 comes with semantics, right? The basic semantic meaning of form 2 is mubalagha, hyper intensity, doing something a lot or going to extreme in something. That's the basic default semantic of form 2, fa'ala. Is that the only semantic? No. That's just the basic default. The other semantics are covered in levels in the Quranic linguistic series. When we look at form 3, fa'ala, right? By adding this extra alif to the root letters fa'in lam, what is the semantic that we get? The basic semantic of form 3 is al-musharaka, which is sharing and reciprocating. Two parties, two groups, two people are doing the same thing to each other. So, for example, if you say daraba Zaydun Khalidan, that means Zayd hit Khalid. But if you say daraba Zaydun Khalidan, it means they both hit each other. So there's a reciprocation, sharing of the action. That's the basic default meaning of form 3. And I guess I didn't go over the example. Let me go over the example as well for form 2. For example, if I say And again, I apologize for using violent examples. They just make it easier to bring home the point. قتل زيد خالدا simply means Zaid killed Khalid. But if you say قتل form 2, right? From قتل form 1 to قتل form 2, الظالمون القوم, the oppressors mass murdered. So قتل is mass murdered, hyper intensity, doing a lot. So that was form 2. Form 3, I already gave you an example. Let's go to form 4. Form 4 is أفعل. It starts with Hamza to Ta'diyah. The first letter is a Hamza. And the basic meaning is transitivity, to create an object if you did not already have an object. That's called a ta'diyah. For example, خرج زيد من البيت. Zayd left the house. Form 1, basic. Nothing, no morphological, no morphological semantic here. But here, أخرج. Notice خرج, أخرج. أخرج زيد خالدا من البيت. Zayd made Khalid leave the house. So it's creating a maf'ul bihi, create an object when you didn't have an object. Here, no object. Here you have an object. So this is just a quick taste of morphological semantics based on Easy Quranic Arabic series. Now let's switch to a little more sophisticated understanding of morphological semantics by going to level 1 of Quranic Linguistics series, and then we'll look at level 3 of Quranic Linguistics series in just a few minutes, inshallah. So this is Quranic Linguistics Level 1, Introductory Arabic Morphology or Quranic Morphology, As-Sarf al-Ibtida'i. This book is loaded with morphological semantics. And what we'll do, of course, we'll just spend a few minutes looking at some basic concepts. We'll look at Unit 3. In Unit 3, we looked at beautiful nouns called derivatives. We looked at al-mushtaqat al-ashra, the 10 derivatives. So let's go to the first. First, let's go to the tree, the tree of morphology. In the tree of morphology, we've seen this tree before. Let me go to the end here. Oh, sorry. I guess I was on the wrong page there. 1 second. So this is the tree of morphology, which shows the two major branches of Arabic morphology. علم الصرف. The first branch is al-ishtiqaq, derivation. The second branch is al-awzan. And you've got semantics associated with each branch. So as we looked at in just a few minutes ago, you've got form 1 here, you got form 2, 3, and 4 here. So every time you switch up to a different form, you get more semantic, more meaning out of it. And on the right side, the right branch starts with al-masdar, which is the basic root word, and she's the mother, and she has 10 children. Each child is a mushtaq, it's a derivative, and the first child is ismul fa'il. So let's very quickly look at some of these mushtaqat by going to that page. Sorry for all this scrolling. Okay, so we'll look at al-mushtaqat al-asharatu min al-asma. So you've got these 10 children, right? And they produce interesting morphological semantics. Each child has a different, unique semantic that the other child does not have. But they all have a common shared meaning that is encompassed or indicated by the root word, which is al-masdar. Al-masdar is the root word. It's the mother of all words. The masdar is the mother, origin of all words from which children, nouns, and verbs are derived. The derived children are called al-mushtaqat. And we looked at a few of those in Book 1C. The first 7 mushtaqats, first 7 children out of the 10 children are called sifat, describers or descriptors. These are powerful words that build your vocabulary to allow you to describe anything you hear, see, smell, touch, or imagine. And they include many grammatical functions. They can be used for many grammatical functions such as the doer, the passive doer, object, and so on and so forth, subject, predicate, and others. These mushtaqat equip us with large vocabulary. It's actually, it makes it easy for you to learn new vocabulary because you know the pattern and you know the root and you can guess the meaning of the word even if you don't know the word. And again, we have this tree here with the masdar showing all these different children. You've got ismul fa'il as the first descriptor or first describing noun, as the first child of the masdar. And its semantic is that it indicates two things, action and its doer. Action and its doer. So for example, if I say for form 1, it's fa'il, for form 2, it's mufa'il, and form 3, each form has a different pattern for ismul fa'il. For form 1, if I say sharib, I'm talking about the doer of drinking. So sharib means drinker. Fa'ilu shurb, the one who did drinking is the drinker. So that's the semantic that I understand from the word sharib. How do I know this word is ismul fa'il? Because it has a certain pattern. The pattern is fa'il. You have the alif as the second letter here. Then you have ismul maf'ul, which is the opposite. A lot of these chapters I'm skipping, of course, because I'm only going to give you a quick high-level bird's eye view. The opposite of ismul fa'il, the second sibling or the second child, is ismul maf'ul. Ismul maf'ul indicates the receiver of the action, not the doer of the action, which is ismul fa'il. So for example, if I say for form 1 you have maf'ul, right? For form 2 it's mufa'al, form 3 is mufa'al, form 4 is muf'al, and it goes all the way to form 14. So if I say mashroob means the thing that was receiving the action of drinking. In other words, the water, the liquid, the fluid that was drunk, that was consumed. So mashroob indicates two semantics. The receiver of shurb, the thing that received the action, the thing upon which the action was performed. So that's Ismul Maf'ul, to give you a quick taste of, and this is like a review for many of you who have already completed this course, the level 1 of Quranic Linguistics course before studying Quranic Sciences, which is a recommended prerequisite. Now, of course, you've got 10 derivatives, and I can spend hours upon hours talking about all the derivatives, which I'm not going to do, but you can look it up and review it. Let's switch to the advanced morphology textbook, where we will see some of the advanced morphological semantics taking place. So now here's the textbook, Quranic Linguistics Level 3, Sarf al-Mutaqaddim, Advanced Morphology. And let's take a look at the table of contents. Right in the beginning, the very first unit is dedicated to the study of morphological semantics, which is Ma'ani al-Awzan al-Sarfiyya. It starts with form 2. Of course, form 2 has a default meaning, which I already talked about. In this level, you look at four meanings, four semantics of form 2. Similarly, form 3, we already talked about the basic meaning of form 3 in Easy Quranic Arabic series, which is musharaka. Here, we will look at 5. Okay, I'll show you all the guns. Form 4, the same thing. The basic meaning of form 4 is transitivity, at-ta'diyah, but here in this level, we'll look at four meanings. And then it goes on to forms 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arabic is an ocean, right? You got all these beautiful forms. Then you go into advanced forms, advanced quadliteral forms, which is 11 through 14. So everything up to form 10 is basic. It's advanced triliteral, three-lettered, based on three-letter roots. And forms 11 through 14 are quadliteral, based on four-letter roots. Majority of the nouns and verbs in Arabic are three-lettered. So if you study the 10 forms, you pretty much got the majority. Then you get into something really, really even more interesting, which I don't see in other languages, is grammatical morphology, where morphology is married to grammar, where one word is doing morphological job as well as grammatical job. And these are called verb resemblers, powerful nouns. This is again advanced. And just mentioning it so you know there's something out there. When you actually end up studying this, you will appreciate it even more. You will see how all those children that we studied, Ismul Fa'il, Ismul Maf'ul, Ismul Balagha, how they're now overloaded with semantics. They're doing morphological semantics and grammatical semantics. It's one of the strongest usages of words in Arabic, and the Quran uses it perfectly, eloquently. And then study of morphology also includes the study of vowel and hamza changes, weak letter and hamza changes. And then there's some miscellaneous topics as well. So this was all designed to give you a quick taste of what is morphological semantics. Let's go back to the Quranic Sciences textbook. We have looked at morphological semantics. Of course, to truly appreciate it, you're going to have to take courses, level 1 and level 3. Next, let's talk about grammatical semantics, المعاني النحوية. For this, we will switch to Quranic Linguistics level 2. So this is level 2 of Quranic Linguistics, النحو الابتدائي, Introductory Arabic Grammar. Grammar creates meaning as well. And you already know some of the meanings, some of the semantics, grammatical semantics. For example, you know the doer, you know the object. You've got the prepositions, ahraful jar. You got all these grammatical functions. There's dozens of grammatical functions in Arabic. In this level, we only look at the basic grammatical functions, such as al-mubtada wal-khabar, al-tawkid al-badal, inna, kana, and so on and so forth. Then we also look at some of the advanced. It says advanced, but not advanced from the perspective of difficulty, but advanced from the perspective of the non-basic ones. Because the advanced grammar is level 5 of the Quranic Linguistics series. You look at nawasib, jawazim, particles, all kinds of fun stuff. So this whole level is all about grammar. You've got hal, you've got tamyiz, you've got exception. So that's grammar, right? And if you look at level 5 of Quranic Linguistics series, that goes into deeper. It revisits a lot of these topics and then gives you more. And it goes deep into the particles, goes deep into the grammatical analysis, syntactical analysis. So all of those meanings that you get from grammar is grammatical semantics. Let's go back to our textbook. So that was the second branch of Arabic semantics. The third branch of Arabic semantics is the rhetorical semantics. And rhetorical semantics is something we study in level 4 of Quranic Linguistics series. And you already got a taste of rhetorical semantics in the previous lesson when we looked at things like syntax inversion. You remember syntax inversion? That's a semantic you get based on rhetoric or balagha. For example, salamun hiya, that's the inverted syntax. Salam is she, and already talked about this in the previous lesson. Salam is she. In other words, that is, she is nothing but salam. This statement right here, she is nothing but salam. Where is that coming from? How do I know? That's the rhetorical semantic, which is called inverted syntax. When you invert the syntax, you get a new semantic, new meaning based on rhetoric, not based on morphology, not based on grammar. This statement right here, she is nothing but salam, is not understood from morphology. Morphology only deals with the word. You take that word and look at the word only without the sentence, you get a semantic. That's morphological semantic. You take that word and plug it into a grammatically correct sentence, the word will have inflection, it will have ending changes. That's grammar. Okay, from that you get grammatical functions, which is grammatical semantics. But then here you're playing with the word order to create certain meanings. That's rhetorical semantics. The normal syntax is to say hiya salamun, which means others can also be salam. But if you say salamun hiya, it means only she is salam. So this inversion, this game of wordplay, game of playing with the word order. And there are other examples we also looked at. I don't need to repeat them. So that was rhetorical semantics. And we study rhetorical semantics, of course, in level 4, which is the balagha. science of eloquence. And finally, the last type of semantic in Arabic is lexical semantics. المعاني اللفظية. This is something you get straight from the dictionary. You look up a word in the dictionary, what is the dictionary meaning? This is something that does not require you to go study sarf. You just go with what the dictionary says. It's as simple as that. So here's a quick summary. You've got al-ma'ani sarfiyya, morphological semantics, which we cover in levels 1 and 3 of the Quranic linguistics series. You've got your grammar, al-ma'ani nahwiya, grammatical semantics, which are in levels 2 and 5. And in case you are wondering, why do we begin with morphology? Why not grammar? Well, the logical progression is to study the word first, then you learn how to put that word in a sentence. To study the word, you study morphology. To see how that word is used to make grammatically correct sentences, you study grammar. So that's why I put morphology first and then grammar, and that's the logical progression that our great ulama have taught us to follow. That's why I think it's a mistake to teach people grammar before morphology. They should have some morphology before they do grammar. So what I do is I kind of toggle back and forth. I do sarf first, then I go to grammar in level 2, then I go back to sarf, then I go to balagha, and then advanced grammar. I deliberately, for pedagogical reasons, to make it easy to learn and teach, I delayed advanced grammar because it can be overwhelming. It can bog people down, slow people down, increase dropout rate. So anyway, for al-ma'ani al-lafdhiya, lexical semantics, you're looking at Arabic dictionaries. These are just some of the Arabic dictionaries. I have not done justice. These are just some of the Arabic dictionaries. There's many other amazing Arabic dictionaries. And that's it. In the next lesson, we will do a bird's eye view of all the Arabic sciences, just a quick list, and it will be kind of like a review. And then we'll conclude this, inshallah. And who knows, in the future, I will add more. This is just the beginning. والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.